Where are you? I'll have you guys join.
Use the handrails, look down, watch your step. And away we go. Good morning, friends, and welcome aboard the SS Aurora. My name is Victor, and I'll be your captain and storyteller here on our voyage to Storybook Land. For your safety, please remain seated with your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the boat at all times, and please supervise your children so that our story doesn't take any unexpected turns. Now, most people visit enchanting worlds through the pages of a book. But if you're visiting in person and looking for adventure in the great wide somewhere, then you'll find the way in to be quite enchanting. Or maybe this time a bit menacing. But Hakuna Matata, friends, it means no worries. And Monstro here's just showing us the way to a magical place called Storybook Land. And our story begins, as all good stories do, with once upon a time, and in this case, a big bad wolf, whose cave you can see just to our left. The big bad wolf is always after the three little pigs who live in the three houses just across the way. One made of straw, one made of sticks, and one made of guaranteed wolf-proof bricks. Just around the river bend to the left, you'll see a quaint English village, which is the home of Alice. One golden afternoon, Alice followed the white rabbit down the rabbit hole and found herself in Wonderland, where she stumbled across a very merry birthday party. There are many fantastic places here at Storybook Land, like London Park to the right, where Peter Pan showed that with a little faith, trust, and pixie dust, you can fly, you can fly, you can fly. And just ahead, you'll see the Kingdom of Agrabah, a city of enchantment, where one day a street rat named Aladdin bumped into Princess Jasmine in the marketplace and stole her heart. Through the power of love and the help of a genie, Aladdin and Jasmine got married and now live in the Sultan's palace to this day. Yes, these places are where love blooms forever, like the flowers on the golden archways above us, the very same archways where Aladdin and Jasmine flew over, sideways, and under on their magic carpet ride to a whole new world. While these stories are filled with love and light, they also have their dark places as well. Places of mystery, like the Cave of Wonders just up ahead. Its treasure is bound by a curse which can only be broken by the genie of the lamp. Legends say that if you free the genie, then he will grant you 3 wishes. Now if you ask me, you ain't never had a friend like him. Speaking of wishes, Snow White had a wish of finding a safe place to escape from the evil queen, and found one in a cozy forest cottage belonging to the Seven Dwarfs just to the right. If you listen closely, you can hear the dwarves whistle while they work in their jewel mine. Cinderella had a wish of attending the royal ball, but her wicked stepmother forbade it, and left her behind in the blue-roofed chateau to the left. The fairy godmother granted Cinderella's wish, but when she failed to leave the ball by the stroke of midnight, her carriage turned back into a pumpkin, which you can still see on the bridge just up there. While magic has its limits, true love does not, and now Cinderella lives happily ever after with her prince in the castle. Dreams really do come true, and while some dream of happily ever after, others dream of sleeping on hills of quilted flowers like the ones to our left, inspired by the 1933 Silly Symphony cartoon, Lullaby Land. There's magic everywhere here in Storybook Land, like the magic that keeps these miniature plants forever young, thanks to the enchantment of Tinkerbell. It's magic like this that inspires creative minds the world over, like master storyteller Walt Disney, and continues to inspire stories to this day. Stories like Wind in the Willows with Mole, Rat, and Mr. Toad, whose stately manner you can see just ahead to the left. Unfortunately, friends, it looks like J. Thaddeus Toad isn't home right now, as he's likely away in his motor car on a wild ride to nowhere in particular. Just beyond is the kingdom of Arendelle, the home of Anna and Elsa. Elsa once fled to her ice palace on the North Mountain in fear of her magic, but Anna refused to let her go, and soon proved that the power of true sisterly love was enough to thaw a frozen heart. Straight ahead is the Alpine Village, which is the home of the woodcarver Geppetto. Geppetto once wished upon a star for his puppet to become a real boy, and after Pinocchio rescued him from the jaws of Monstro, the Blue Fairy granted that wish. Geppetto's wish is like those found in so many stories, like the story of a little mermaid named Ariel, who came up from under the sea and followed Prince Eric to his castle on the right. Ariel made a deal with an evil sea witch to trade her fins for a pair of human legs so that she could become part of our world. Hers is a story that follows in the shadow of her father, King Triton, in the underwater city of Adventure to the West, and spills out into adventures that ultimately end, as all good stories do, with a happily ever after. Now, as we close the book on our story, please remain seated with your hands, arms, and fingers inside the boat until we've come to a full stop and I've indicated it's safe to disembark.